Today we're at BMW Test Fest, and we are driving the BMW X5 M60i off-road. We're doing a short off-road course here at the BMW Performance Center. As you can see, we are just, this is a standard X5. We have race cars out there on the track. These are Bridgestone Alenza tires, so just kind of the standard all-season that comes on the smaller wheels. A little bit of sidewall there. And this is an M60i. We're just gonna hop in and pretty much just go off-roading. We don't have to worry about drive modes, don't have to worry about traction control systems. We just kind of hop in and go. So we'll start this thing up and catch you guys at the first obstacle on the off-road course. James in the BMW X5 ahead of us is gonna be kind of just taking us through the course, doing his thing. He'll be on the radio the whole time. So I'll just kind of stay quiet and let you guys enjoy the show. We'll see what the X5 does off-road. We most recently drove the Porsche Cayenne S off-road, and that was pretty impressive, especially with the air suspension and some of the drive modes. This X5, we're just kind of getting in and leaving it in comfort mode. We're going to test out hill descent control and some of the cameras, but otherwise, that's about it. So enjoy the video. Thanks for watching.
Up over their wheels, so no problem. We've also got a watertight cabin here, so no danger. But we do want to just kind of dip our toes in the water and then just kind of idle through at about 3 miles an hour. Just foot resting on the brake. Just follow me. Come right on in.
Great.
Maybe a little bit higher than normal here. Maybe about 24 inches, maybe 2 feet here. And again, 2 or 3 miles an hour. Just kind of idling through here. When you get to where I am, you want to look at those 2 pine trees directly in front of you, and you want to drive for the gap between them. That's gonna, because you will lose sight of the ground here for just a minute. Race cars are heading out right now. Yeah, just look for those 2 pine trees in front of you. You lose sight of the ground, you kind of get nervous, like, oh, am I on the right track? Those will kind of guide you over. There we go. I'll demonstrate the frame bender, which is our next obstacle here. One car at a time on the frame bender. This is the only place where we really have any accidents out here. Somebody gets a little zealous when the gas pedal bumps into the car puddle. But all we're doing is putting our right wheels up here on this mount here, and then transition your left front. And I like to kind of dab the brakes while I'm up here, see if I can balance the car on 2 wheels. That effort today. And I'm going to peel up to the left, but Chris, when you're done with the frame bender, I want you to stop at that hill on my right. Going to kind of help you guys up this hill because you can't really see what's on the other side. So Chris, why don't you come up the middle at about 2 miles an hour? And just resist the urge to turn left. Once you get up here, I'll kind of guide you over this next section. Looking perfect. Just keep those wheels pointed straight, Chris. Come a little bit left and then ease in on the brake. Right there. So you're going to feel a bunch of resistance on your left front. I want you to just kind of look at me, give it a little bit of gas. Your right rear is off the ground, your left front's begging for traction. There you go. And just kind of ride your brakes right at me. Nice job. If you want to stop about 20 yards past me, well, you can come on up the middle about 2 or 3 miles an hour. Follow me, guys. This next section of road is just to represent an unmaintained road. We've got some hot hill poles and some very thin posts. So each of the 3 cars we're in were built right across the street. So even though these are relatively new cars, you shouldn't hear these squeaks or rattles. We've got cars in our fleet with 8,000 miles on them, and probably 6,500 of those miles were just doing this loop. They're just mules that go around and around this loop. And even after that amount of time, they don't have any appreciable squeaks or rattles coming from the car. And it's just our chance to kind of highlight the build quality of these vehicles. All right, guys, we're going to go up Spiral Mountain. This is about a 38-degree incline here. don't need a running start. You can just kind of ease up here. Chris, come on up and kind of follow my tire tracks, because you will lose sight of the ground. You may just see the top of the roof of the fence posts here. We got a pretty cool view up here. Once the three of us get up here, maybe we'll pause for a second to see if we can see the motor. The race cars come through area 3, which is what we're looking at right now. Yeah, here comes the car. The car disappearing on the backstretch. And you've got the Z4 coming through here. Alright guys, so on Spiral Mountain, we're going to spiral underneath the bridge we just went over. So right after you go past this third pylon, you should be looking out your driver's side window, underneath your driver's side mirror. That's kind of how you want to guide yourself around. You're keeping about 8 to 10 feet off that split rail fence to your right. Hill descent control, and I'll be honest, it's not as exciting now that we've got autonomous vehicles and cars like these BMWs that we're in now that will park automatically for you. This may not knock your socks off, but I want you both to find that hill descent control button. So if you come back to the parking brake, you go over to your auto hold. Right above it, there's a car going downhill with a speedometer over it. So if you'll just press that quickly and look up at your dash, it should say hill descent control activated. If you've activated it when you're where I am, you can just roll over the top of this hill. No brakes, no gas. Just let the car descend downhill. And it's going to go at about 2 miles an hour. And all that is for when you're in some gnarly terrain and you want to concentrate on driving. The car can control your speed. Again, super cool about 7 or 8 years ago when it was introduced. Maybe not quite as cool. At the bottom, just press that button again. It'll deactivate it. So a lot of instructors will press that before we go out, so every time the car is headed downhill, it controls the speed of 2 or 3 miles an hour. I have you turn it on and off, because even on this little next section, if we get over 2 miles an hour, you can feel the car braking for you. Guys, we're going to do a couple of side hills. We're going to put our cars at about 28 degrees on this first side hill. You get about 2.5 feet from the split rail fence on our right, and you'll just kind of put your tires where my right tires are. Again, if we had a passenger, it'd be about 28 degrees above us right now. We got none other than Mike Renner, my co-worker right there, buzzing through with an M3. The tipping point of these cars is 33 degrees. If the car starts to roll to the right, then you want your passenger to put their head in your lap. So a lot of people here, they don't know each other when I put them in the car. So there's this always kind of freak show moment. And this is when I would also tell you it's Wednesday. We haven't flipped a car this week. There's also the big saucer eyes when you say that. But honestly, we would not take any customers over the tipping point in these cars, which in reality is probably closer to 36, 37 degrees. But if you've got a passenger in here or a full boat, it sometimes does feel like the car, it is very light on the left front tires. As a matter of fact, Chris, if you look at Will's car, when he transitions off of here, you'll actually see right about now, your left front just came 12 inches off the ground. You probably didn't feel it. But the chassis are so rigid. So look in your driver's side mirror right now, Chris, and when Will gets to the end of this, you're going to see his left front. Keep going, Will. You're good? Oh, I see you're filming as well. Oh, you were so high up on the hill that it didn't happen. That's all good. The chassis are so rigid that the left front will come off the ground, but you had gotten so close to the fence there that you kind of rolled over the end. No problem. And that's the last round, our off-road normal on the off-road. Either of you guys can pick up your radio now if there's something you want to do again or you want to take a picture or anything. If not, we'll just roll on back. Thumbs up from Chris. Well, you good?
Yep, I'm good, thank you.
Hope you enjoy that.
Awesome. Well, there you guys go. That is the X5 off-road. Who knew? Didn't have to change drive modes, didn't have to fiddle with suspension settings, just put it in comfort and went off-road. Figured it all out. Cool. Thanks, James.
No problem.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Appreciate you guys coming out.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
And what time do you go back on the track?